The link arrived without a message. No name, no explanation. Just a blue line of text glowing faintly against the darkness of his phone screen. It was 2:17 a.m., the kind of hour when the world felt thinner, when thoughts carried more weight than they should. Ayaan stared at it for a long time, his thumb hovering but unmoving. He had not spoken to anyone in days, except for the shopkeeper down the street who sold him stale bread and cheap tea. Life had become quiet in a way that felt less like peace and more like absence. So when the message came, it unsettled him. Unknown number, no context, just the link. He almost ignored it. Almost. But loneliness has a way of making even the smallest mystery feel important. It gives weight to things that would otherwise be dismissed. And so after a long breath, he tapped it. The video opened slowly, buffering as if reluctant to reveal itself. A dim image appeared. It was shaky, unfocused at first, and then it settled. A room. His room. Ayaan's breath caught in his throat. It was unmistakable. The cracked paint near the window. The old wooden chair he had refused to throw away. The same cheap curtain that never quite blocked the sunlight. But something was wrong. The room in the video was empty. No bed. No table. No signs of life. Only silence. He leaned closer, his pulse beginning to race. The video quality was poor, grainy, like it had been recorded on an old device. But the familiarity was undeniable. And then a voice spoke. Ayaan. His name echoed softly, distorted, as if carried through a tunnel of time. He froze. The voice was familiar. Too familiar. It was his own. He felt a coldness spread through his chest. The kind that doesn't come from the air but from realization. He wanted to close the video, to shut it off and pretend it never happened. But his fingers refused to move. The voice continued. If you're watching this, it means you finally opened it. Ayaan's mind struggled to keep up. His thoughts collided, scattered, refused to form anything coherent. This was hard to record, the voice said. Quieter now, because I didn't know if you would ever see it, or if it would even matter by then. The camera shifted slightly, and for a brief moment, a reflection appeared in the window. Ayaan's reflection. But older, more tired, eyes heavier with something that looked like regret. His stomach twisted. What is this? He whispered, though no one was there to answer. The voice continued, steady but weighted. You're probably confused, maybe even scared. I was too at first, but listen to me carefully, because this might be the only chance I have to reach you. Ayaan's throat tightened. He leaned back, running a hand through his hair, trying to ground himself. This had to be a trick. Some kind of editing? Someone messing with him. But who? He had no one left who cared enough to play tricks. You think you have time? The voice said. That's the biggest lie you keep telling yourself. The words hit harder than they should have. Ayaan looked away from the screen for a moment, staring at the blank wall beside him. Time. He had been wasting it for years, letting days blur into each other, postponing everything that mattered. I know you're thinking this isn't real, the voice went on. I thought the same thing when I first found it. Ayaan's head snapped back toward the screen. First found it? What are you talking about? He murmured. The reflection in the video shifted again, clearer this time. The older version of himself stepped slightly into view, just enough for his face to be visible. There was no doubt now. It was him. Same features, same scar near the eyebrow from when he fell as a child. But his eyes, they carried something deeper, something broken. I'm you, the man in the video said simply. Or at least, what you become. Ayaan felt his heartbeat echo in his ears. No, he whispered, shaking his head. That's not possible. But the denial sounded weak, even to himself. I don't have time to explain how this works, the older Ayaan said. I don't even fully understand it. But I remember being where you are. I remember getting this same video. And I didn't listen. Ayaan's chest tightened. I thought I had more time. That I could fix things later. That apologies could wait. That dreams could wait. That life would wait. His voice cracked slightly. It doesn't. Silence filled the room, thick and suffocating. Ayaan swallowed hard. His mind began to drift, pulling memories to the surface. His father's unanswered calls. His mother's last message, still unread. The girl who had waited for him until she didn't. I lost everything, the older Ayaan continued. Not all at once. That would have been easier. It happened slowly, piece by piece, until one day I woke up and realized there was nothing left. Ayaan felt something inside him shift. Not fear, not yet. Something heavier. Recognition. I'm not here to scare you, the voice said more softly now. I'm here because you still have a choice. The camera moved closer, the older version of him now fully visible. There were lines on his face that Ayaan had never seen before. Lines carved by time, by regret, by things left unsaid. Call her, he said. Ayaan's breath hitched. Tell her the truth, even if it hurts, even if it's too late, because one day you won't even have the chance to try. Ayaan's fingers tightened around his phone. And your father? The voice hesitated. He doesn't have as much time as you think. John's chest constricted painfully. He won't say it, but he's waiting. He's always been waiting. The room felt smaller, colder. And you, the older Ayaan said, his voice almost a whisper now. Stop running from yourself. You're not lost. You're just afraid to start. Ayaan felt his eyes burn. Tears gathered, uninvited but unstoppable. I made the mistake of thinking I could fix everything later, the voice continued. But later never came. The screen flickered slightly. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if you'll believe me, but if there's even a small part of you that does. He paused. Don't wait. The video ended abruptly. The screen went black. Ayaan sat there, unmoving. The silence pressed against him, heavy and unbearable. His reflection stared back at him from the dark screen, younger, but now carrying something new. A question. No. A choice. Minutes passed, or maybe hours. Time felt meaningless now. His phone buzzed suddenly, breaking the stillness. A message from his mother. 3 simple words. Are you okay? Ayaan stared at it, his vision blurring. His thumb hovered over the screen just like before. But this time something was different. He remembered the voice. Don't wait. His chest rose with a shaky breath. And then, slowly, he typed. I'm not, but I wanna be. He hit send before he could change his mind. Almost immediately, the typing indicator appeared. His heart pounded. Another message came. Come home. 2 words. Simple, but filled with everything he had been missing. Ayaan stood up, his legs unsteady. The room felt different now. Not empty, but temporary. Like something he was about to leave behind. He grabbed his jacket, his hands trembling slightly. Before leaving, he looked back at his phone. The video link was gone, as if it had never existed. But he knew better. Somewhere, somehow, a version of him had reached out through time, through regret, through loss, and for the first time in years, Ayaan felt something he had forgotten. Hope. He stepped outside into the quiet night, the air cool against his skin. The road ahead was uncertain, messy, complicated, but it was still there, and this time he was ready to walk it.